What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so if you haven't heard by now, everybody was going crazy yesterday about the whole Chris Brown versus Raz B Twitter beef, which to me I found utterly damn ridiculous. Basically, what happened is that Raz B, aka Raz Stacks, that's what I call him because now he done turned this whole molestation thing into just being a straight up attention whore. And basically, he started going in on Chris. He was sending out tweets talking about he doesn't understand how Chris Brown could have beat Rihanna's ass and all this other stuff. Chris ended up, instead of Chris, ignoring it, Chris decided to go in on Raz B. First of all, this is Twitter, and I don't understand why the news outlets and TMZ are running with this like this is some real world shit, like this is like newsworthy, but it's Twitter. That's what people do on Twitter. People beef on Twitter, and people go in on people, and people go in on the trending topics, and it is what it is. So Chris Brown starts making fun of Raz B, and he's calling him a homo thug, and he's saying that, when the money was coming in, you wasn't complaining about getting butt raped and all this other stuff. So now people have coined Chris Brown to be homophobic. They were getting mad at his tweets. They said that he's homophobic and it was disrespectful to gay people. And Raz B was going back and forth with him. And, really, in my opinion, I think the whole thing was silly. I think that Chris Brown should have ignored him because that's what Raz B wanted was attention, and he got it now. But at the end of the day, we're all human. You know what I'm saying? And every day, some days things just irritate you. Some days you don't feel like somebody making a smart comment. So if he chose to defend himself and going on Raz B, that's on Chris Brown. He has a right to do that. People have the right, if they feel like they're being disrespected, they have the right to say what they want to say. It's America. He shouldn't have to bite his tongue because he's a celebrity. But with that being said, because he is a celebrity, he's being watched very, very closely. One thing I'm going to say to Chris Brown is this. He has Michael Jackson as his background on Twitter. He needs to learn from the king of pop. There's just certain people in the media that you just can't say stuff about. Because when you do, they're going to come for you. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson said one line, and they don't really care about us. And they tried to tear his damn head off. They made him change the lyric and everything else. So I'm going to tell Chris he better learn from his idol and fall back a bit. And to me, I feel like the whole thing wouldn't have blown up if Harvey Levin from TMZ wouldn't have been instigating the shit. First of all, to me, Harvey needs to go back to People's Court because TMZ loves to kick up dust. He came on and he was just basically like, Chris is a homophobic. He had no business saying what he said. Okay, some people can say like, okay, he was being homophobic. His comments were kind of, rude or whatever. But again, he was talking to Raz B. Folks ran with it. It was between him and Raz. Do I think that he was right to call him a homosexual just because he got molested? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, if that's how Chris wants to choose to express himself, it's a free country and we have the right to say what the hell we want to say. So I just think that Harvey threw a lot of fire into it. TMZ had headlines talking about Chris Brown goes on Twitter. Chris Brown goes on a racist, homophobic rant on Twitter. So when you see racist, homophobic rant, the first thing you're thinking is Chris Brown must have disrespected either a white person, a Mexican, an Asian. But no, he was saying the N-word. Him and Raz B were both saying the N-word to each other. How is that racism? It's just two men acting like little boys being ignorant, throwing the N-word around. It's not racism when it's coming from another black person. I think that's stupid for them to even throw racism in the title. I mean, it was just like before it even spun out of control, TMZ was reporting this like it was a story. And then news people, MTV.com, MTV News, and other outlets were running with this. I just think it's ridiculous that this even got turned into a big story. Raz B basically got what he wanted, which was attention. And for me, I felt like Harvey was fake when he said that Chris Brown was making fun of a molestation victim. First of all, Harvey, if you guys were that concerned with Raz B and his molestation allegations, then why didn't y'all run with the story originally? Why the boy got to be up on World Star Hip Hop posting videos every other day about him getting molested? Y'all didn't run with the story. Y'all sat back. Why ain't y'all investigating Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston and Amarion and whoever else is involved in this whole sex ring? Y'all's not investigating that, but y'all got the audacity to act like he's a molestation victim, like y'all got hardcore evidence. And like I said before, I believe that Raz B was molested. I believe that Chris Stokes did touch him. I still believe it to this day, but I will stand by my original statement. He's going about it the wrong way. He's looking for attention. He's looking to sell his album. And if you're really in it to help victims of molestation, then you need to go about it a different way, Raz B. Stop starting shit with people on Twitter. Stop recording people, you know what I'm saying, when they call your phone like he did Ray J. Stop recording people on the DL and then posting the stuff on World Star Hip Hop. You're making molestation victims look like a joke. You're making molestation look like a joke. Everybody who's molested is not homosexual. I've been said that. But the way that you're acting and the way that you're carrying on is making molestation just seem like a joke. And this is real. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people who have been molested, and I take offense to the way he's carrying this molestation thing. It's like he's riding it as a gravy train instead of, you know what I'm saying, being 100, doing what he has to do, focusing on the topic at hand. So to me, I think the whole shit was just stupid. TMZ created a bunch of mess that shouldn't have been created. And another thing, I think Chris Brown was dumb as hell for apologizing. I want to apologize for shit. That's how you felt. You went in on him. It is what it is. If Harvey and TMZ don't like it, oh well. You know what I'm saying? And you got Sandra Rose sending all his tweets to his probation judge. When she wrote that on her website, I was like, wow. I didn't think it was that serious, but she sent the tweets, the video, everything to his probation judge. Then you got Ricky Romance threatening to kill Chris Brown. I mean, it just got spun out of control. It's not even about the molestation anymore. It's just about people being attention whore. I think Raz B needs to fall back and go about this whole molestation thing another way because he's just making it look really bad now. I think Chris needs to watch what he says in the future because obviously when he says something, people throw it up in his face. They don't know how to take somebody going in as opposed to somebody being homophobic. And another thing too, I do feel like Chris should have ignored it because he gave Raz B that attention that he wanted. People are going to talk about you till the day that you die. People have called me a lesbian. Why? Because I'm into video games and I do IT and I'd rather spend my money on a video game than spend money on MAC makeup. Not into makeup like that. So because I'm not into makeup, getting my nails done, and aesthetics, people have accused me of being a lesbian. Do I get mad? No. It is what it is. There's worse things, in my opinion, to be called. So if somebody calls you gay or says that you're bisexual, if it's not true, if it don't apply, let the shit fly. You know what I'm saying? So when people get so mad and they feel like they got to cover stuff up and they got to, you know what I'm saying, overly defend their manhood, it makes me question them a little bit. I'm just saying. Not saying that Chris is gay. I'm just saying. If it don't apply, let this shit fly. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about this whole stupid beef. I'm going to go ahead and post a link down here. I have all the tweets, all the nonsense, everything from start to finish. I have Chris Brown's apology letter to TMZ. Y'all can go ahead and read that. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is just utter nonsense. Is there no real news going on in the world that I have to sit here and talk about Twitter beef? All right. Deuces.